Hey, welcome to Accidental Cheese Week 3, Day 6. There's been two previous series on this channel of Cheese Week where I've tasted a different cheese every day for a whole week. And I started out with videos earlier this week and did one cheese and then a second and then a third. And here we are to day 6. So let's just round it out. There will be even another type of cheese tomorrow, probably something from California, something a little bit strange. Now, we're going to take a look at this here, smoked Gouda, or as it's pronounced in Holland, where Gouda originally came from, Gouda. So this is one of my favorite Dutch style cheeses. This is made in Wisconsin. Now, taking a look at the package here, it says handcrafted with pride since 1910, maple leaf cheese. Now, and then it also says master cheesemaker, Wisconsin. I don't know what that means. Who's the master cheesemaker? You know, I find it a little bit odd that a company would have a 116-year-old history and they wouldn't have a website. Now, if you take a look at the see the orange stripe on the side here? It's easy to miss. It says handcrafted, once again, by Maple Leaf Cheese in Monroe, Wisconsin. And then it has a website URL of mapleleafcheese.com. And when I went to that website earlier, there was nothing there. So the information about this is quite vague. I think I know what's going on. Even with Gouda cheese being, or Gouda cheese being originally from Holland or the Netherlands, a large amount of it in America is made here now, in particular, Wisconsin. And I think this is just a brand name. Um, I don't think that there's a cheese farm where they are raising their own milking cows. I think it's just nothing but a brand name. And I've seen large distributors up in Wisconsin that will market sometimes the same cheeses, just with different labels. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's business. And I appreciate the transparency that it says on the package that it's made in Wisconsin. So here's what it looks like when I open the package. And just basically a standard issue chunk of Gouda cheese. I don't see any evidence of wood smoking on the outside of it. Here's where I sliced a couple of these up, which I'm about to try. Now, when I purchased this cheese, I asked the cheesemonger at our local co-op, what is the most powerful smoked Gouda that you've ever tasted? And when I used to work as a cheesemonger, we were required to taste everything. That's a perk of being a cheesemonger right there, because you have to know what you're talking about when the customer asks. And they got a couple other people from in the back, and the consensus with three people is they said that this one right here, that says natural smoked cheese on it, is the most powerful smoked Gouda that they've ever tasted. Now, to tie in with yesterday's video, accidental day 5 of Cheese Week 3, I tasted this right here, a limited edition Hickory Smokehouse blend, which is a great value Walmart generic brand, a limited edition. And, you know, once again, are limited edition foods getting out of hand? This is the only generic brand label of limited edition of anything I've ever seen. And there are so many limited editions out there. I have 27 different flavors of Pringles here only from America. And when you tie in the strange Japanese ones, the ones from Korea and even Germany and Poland, I think I have 40 different types of Pringles. So if you like Pringles, guess what? I'm going to be tasting a lot of them on this channel. I was going to do a Pringles month, but I think that's a little bit too much, a different Pringle every day. Maybe I'll do Pringles month and taste 3 flavors per day to knock those out. They've got expiration dates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to taste this one after I taste this one, and I'm going to see if I can tell any difference whatsoever in the smoke aspect of the Gouda. Now, as far as the nutritional facts and the ingredients, you need to look no further than the front of the package, because all the nutrition facts are right there. There's actually nothing printed on the back of this package. Now, having hypertension, I'm always looking for sodium. This settles down at 180 milligrams of sodium per serving. A serving size is 1 ounce or 28 grams. Now, I believe that that was identical to this one here from yesterday. Let's take a look. Nutritional facts. 190 milligrams. Okay, so it's close. And to me, it seems that cheese is naturally high in sodium. I try to go a little lighter on the salt when I'm making homemade cheese. Now, as far as the ingredients, it's very simple. Milk, cultures, salt, enzymes, and annatto. And of course, annatto is what makes your cheddar cheese orange. And a little trivial fact on cheddar cheese, the only real cheddar cheese in the world comes from Cheddar, England, where it was originally made. And I don't believe that that was orange. I believe it was white or cream colored, which is the natural color without adding annatto. Okay, so let's get into this. What does it look like? It looks like a chunk of Gouda. Let's see what this thing tastes like. I think I already know what kind of wood was used for this. Okay, let's see. This is a nice semi-soft, pliable cheese. It would melt excellent. A Mexican food fact: a lot of enchiladas that you'll find in southern Texas that are made by real Mexican immigrant family restaurants will use imported Dutch Gouda or how to. A lot of them get it from Sam's Club. You ever seen those big giant wheels? They use Gouda cheese on enchiladas in southern Texas because it melts so well. Did you know that? I'll bet you've eaten Gouda enchiladas and you might not have known it. All right, let's see what it tastes like. Hmm. Okay, this is a step up from yesterday. Okay, I gave this one a 6 out of 10. Yes, for a Walmart generic brand, great value, limited edition cheese. I am I the only one that thinks that's funny? Okay, so yeah, it's a step up. Um, it is typical standard issue how to. It's a little softer, um, but in defense, I've had this laying on the kitchen counter for about 30 minutes while I was making these photographs to prepare to do this stream. Um, so it has come to room temperature, and that's why it's not quite as firm. And I'm impressed with the flavor. That's really nice. Mm. Speaking of enchiladas, looks like I'm going to have to do that now because I think I want to put this on enchiladas. Beef enchiladas with red sauce. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm almost sure this is applewood. This is applewood smoked. I don't think it was entirely smoked over an open flame, but it's quite the achievement of reaching an applewood smoke flavoring. Now, does it even say that? Does it say applewood on the package? Let's take a close look here. Maple leaf, which to me kind of implies that it's made in Canada. I mean, I looked at the package when I picked this up because I fully expected to see it was made in Canada, but then of course I wasn't surprised to see it was made in Wisconsin, where a massive amount of American cheese comes from, since Wisconsin and California are the largest dairy milk producers in America's the, the lower 48, as they say. So no, it doesn't. It doesn't say applewood, but it is. I'll bet money on that. Why wouldn't they put applewood on the package? Maybe to avoid consumer confusion. Maybe it's TMI, too much information. A consumer may pick up that package and see applewood and immediately put it down thinking, oh, that's apple flavored cheese. No, applewood doesn't taste like apple. It's just a type of wood that is used for smoking. So how would I rate this? I'm going to give it a 7 of 10. I wish that their website worked because it'd be interesting to learn more about this company and what other cheeses they have. I would try them. I'm happy with it. So now here we go. Let's taste it side by side with this one. So the cheese from Wisconsin rings in at a 7. I gave this a 6 yesterday. Hmm. It's a rung down. It's too much smoke flavoring. And I think anyone that's ever cooked with liquid smoke, the little tiny bottle where you're only supposed to put a tiny drop and we accidentally spill too much, that can't be reversed. There are two things that will destroy food irreversibly. One is too much salt, and one is too much liquid smoke. And this one right here, the Walmart one delivers on the hickory smoke flavor, but it's overpowering. So I think 6 is right. It's above average. It delivers on what it says it is. This one right here, I believe 7 is accurate. And I guess it's time to go see if I have some enchilada sauce. That's what I will use this for. If you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe. I enjoy doing them, and there is more to come. Until next time, enjoy your cheese tasting. Peace out from San Francisco, and see you tomorrow with day 7 of Accidental Cheese Week 3. Bye.